Generation Amazing is a young generation of people that when the country Qatar started their preparations for the 2022 Soccer World Cup, one of their visions was to use football to transfer skills that empower a generation of change makers and their communities. Also, they aspired to inspire a generation of young people actively supporting less privileged communities globally. These were very ambitious goals that were set. Their mission was to harness the power of football to transform less fortunate communities, spreading the message of inclusion and driving social change. Their unique methodology utilizes football as a catalyst for social change, empowering and educating our current and future generations. Generation Amazing operates in alignment with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. They are passionate about empowering young leaders across the world to transform their communities through football. In partnership with others, they have created sustainable programs designed to generate thrilling social development opportunities long after the final ball was kicked in Qatar in 2022. Today, this program is partially being carried out in many of the schools in St. Maarten and at Amelia Wilson on the little football park. I decided to highlight it because it is something that nobody talks about or looks at, and it's such a positive program. There are coaches, they call them world coaches, that were trained to deal with inclusion of all the players. Every Sunday, faithfully, I go with my wife and my grandchildren to Emilia Wilson's park. And there are about 10 to 15 kiddos that run from 8 to 9 in the morning training there. And they just have disputes. As little as they are, 5, 6, 7 years, they have disputes. And the coach will sit them in a circle, talk to them, they will hug up, and they go back to play football. At the end of the day, they are all friends with each other because they go to the playground afterwards. The program works. The methodology of football to create social inclusion is working. These are 6-year-old children. It is working. Maybe we should look at it and talk to the people that are doing Generation Amazing in St. Maarten, that are doing it in the schools and in the football. Remember, the goal that they have is to shape the upcoming generation to be more inclusive and cognizant of the need to protect and sustain our environment, to embrace social cohesion and social inclusion, regardless of race, religion, gender, or age. They will be making their generation a better generation than the one we have right now, where inclusion and social cognizance doesn't exist. But what is St. Maarten going to do to ensure that Generation Amazing will be sustainable and that there is a world for them to live in? Because climate change is making that very, very difficult.